Welcome to the greatest mysteries of history and interesting stories of past. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our story. Would also love you to tell us which country or city you are watching from and which event in pot would you want us to capture. Today, in this video, we will discuss who was Jeffrey Epstein and how he got so rich. Jeffrey Epstein was an American financier and convicted sex offender whose case became one of the most controversial criminal scandals of the 21st century. Born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York, he began his career as a teacher before moving into finance, where he built a fortune managing money for wealthy clients. Over time, he cultivated a social circle that included politicians, business leaders, academics, and celebrities, which later amplified public attention on his crimes. In 2005, police in Florida began investigating reports that he had paid underage girls for sexual acts. The investigation led to a 2008 plea deal in which Epstein pleaded guilty to state charges of soliciting a minor and served about 13 months in jail under unusually lenient conditions. The agreement was widely criticized as too soft and became a symbol of how wealth and influence might shape the justice system. In 2019, federal prosecutors in New York arrested Epstein again on sex trafficking charges, alleging that he had operated a long-running network that recruited and abused minors. While awaiting trial in a Manhattan jail, he died in August 2019. His death was officially ruled a suicide, though it sparked intense public skepticism and numerous conspiracy theories. After his death, attention shifted to his associate Ghislaine Maxwell, who was later convicted for helping recruit and traffic minors. Epstein's case had lasting effects beyond the courtroom. It prompted renewed scrutiny of how powerful individuals are prosecuted, raised awareness about sex trafficking and victim advocacy, and led to ongoing civil lawsuits from survivors seeking accountability. The scandal remains a reference point in discussions about wealth, power, and justice. That was about his personal details. Now we will discuss about how he got so rich he has. 2 more billionaire clients. Buried within the more than 3 million documents released by the Department of Justice last Friday are contracts and payment records identifying 2 previously unreported billionaire clients of Jeffrey Epstein: real estate mogul Mortimer Zuckerman and Ariane Rothschild, a Rothschild heirby. Marriage. According to the files, Epstein provided estate planning and possibly other financial services for Zuckerman and D. Rothschild. Together they appear to have paid him $45 million, an unusually high sum for the work he said he was performing, according to 2 estate planning experts who spoke with Forbes. Anonymously, given the sensitivity of the topic, one said, quote, "The industry rules of ethics require fees to be reasonable. Those fees are insane." There's also, of course, the fact that Epstein was not a lawyer or an accountant and so lacked the usual credentials for performing such work. The clients appear to have paid Epstein between 2013 and 2015, years after he had pleaded guilty in 2008 in Florida state court to 2 felony prostitution related charges. Zuckerman and D. Rothschild and former Norwegian diplomat Tyr Rudd Larsen, who appears as a third party in one of the contracts, did not respond to requests for comment. These revelations resolve at least a few of the mysteries about the origins of Epstein's wealth. Forbes previously reported that the sex criminal, who was worth nearly $600 million at the time of his death, grew his fortune in the last 2 decades largely through his U.S. Virgin Islands-based companies, Financial Trust and Southern Trust. From 1999 to 2018, the 2 entities generated over $800 million in revenue. more than $360 million in dividends, and $488 million in fees from ultra-wealthy clients supposedly for providing financial services. Much of that fee income has already been tracked. Les Wexner, founder of LB Brands and former owner of Victoria's Secret and whose net worth is $8.09 billion, was responsible for over $200 million, the biggest chunk Forbes has estimated. Apollo Global Management co-founder Leon Black, who is worth $13.6 billion, paid Epstein $170 million. The hedge fund of Glenn Dubin, whose net worth is $2.9 billion, handed over another $15 million. That left approximately $13 million from unknown clients. The payments uncovered in the new DOJ release explain a substantial portion of that mystery, $13 million. The largest sum revealed in the new documents came in 2015 from Ariane D. Rothschild, her family, and their bank, an investment firm, Edmund D. Rothschild, then married to billionaire Benjamin D. Rothschild, who died in 2021. Ariane was on the bank's board at the time. She became its CEO in 2023, 2 years after her husband's death. Epstein and Ariane appear to have had a friendly relationship with the pair, exchanging multiple emails and meeting in New York and Paris music between 2014 and 2019. In a set of 2013 messages between Epstein and a member of Edmund D. Rothschild Group's executive committee, the member asked Epstein, quote, "What did you do to Ariane?" To which Epstein replied, quote, "Listened." The person then wrote, quote, "She loved it and you put your finger on things that matter to her." A 2023 Wall Street Journal article reported that Epstein and Rothschild had negotiated a proposed contract between Southern Trust and the bank. Spokesperson for the bank told the Journal that she was unaware of Epstein's crimes and that, quote, she feels for and supports the victims. A contract dated October 5, 2015, outlines a $10 million payment to Epstein from D. Rothschild's firm Edmund Rothschild Swiss for, quote, a variety of strategic business matters. Another contract dated November 3, 2015 states that Epstein's Southern Trust would continue to work with D. Rothschild on family estate planning, quote, as well as the, quote, strategic business matters, and that she would pay Southern Trust $15 million. Those amounts together match the $25 million in fees that Epstein ultimately received from D. Rothschild's husband and their company per 2 invoices and a list of transactions with Epstein's accounts at Deutsche Bank. Meanwhile, Zuckerman's relationship with the sex criminal dates back to at least 2003, when he signed Epstein's 50th birthday book with a wish of, quote, happy times, best wishes, and peace. The pair teamed up to launch the short-lived pop culture magazine Radar. The following year, Zuckerman is a frequent media investor who previously owned the Atlantic and Fast Company and still owns U.S. and World News Report. The files released last week include drafts of an estate planning contract between Zuckerman and Epstein's Southern Trust from 2013, earlier versions from that year show Epstein asking for $30 million. He ultimately appears to have settled on $20 million for himself and $1 million for a third party, the former Norwegian diplomat Tyr Rudd Larsen. Thanks for watching our video. Share your review in comment section.